Recording live from the Fat Joker studio, it's the Get That Out of Your Mouth podcast.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Get That Out of Your Mouth podcast. I am Todd. With me today is I'm going to come up with something. Is the Kato to my Green Hornet. I said what I said. Jerry.
I'm fine with that. I'll be a badass ninja.
That's fine. I'm the rich one.
Be rich. I'm a ninja.
I'm the Hornet.
I'm a ninja.
Anyway, Jerry, how are you?
Like I said right before you started recording, this is turning very quickly into the Stoner podcast.
I mean, you're not...
I don't know if I feel okay with that.
It's not always a stoner podcast. We weren't stoned. Well, you were stoned, but when we went to White Castle, we weren't stoned.
No, that's, I mean, to be fair, yeah.
And Steven and I talked last week about wrestling.
I know, but it's like, it's primarily becoming more and more often that we're just stoned.
Well, that's because we're stoners.
Am I officially a stoner?
Oh, yes, you're officially a stoner, my friend.
You're full of labels there, dude. Don't worry about it. You are who you think you are. That's fine.
I am old.
Yeah.
Anyway, so we are...
Would be on right now, but...
Yeah, Jerry can't lift his arm, and he doesn't... Yeah, so we're not... Jerry doesn't have a microphone. Zach and Ben are here. They have microphones. They have headphones. Well, Ben has headphones. Gentlemen, welcome back.
Yo, what's going on, Todd?
Your microphone might not be on.
Oh, shit.
Hello.
Try again.
Boom.
Nope.
Hello.
There you go.
Am I on now?
Yes.
Boom. What's up, Jerry?
Hi.
Hey.
So we are in the Fat Joker studio. We are currently... Oh, Jerry lifted his arm.
Felt like I was lifting like a 1,000,000-pound weight.
He's lifting a 3/4 of a pound microphone. Anyway.
Don't drop it, Jerry.
So we are here in the Fat Joker studio. We are doing some recording this evening. And, yeah. Gentlemen, how's everybody been? Well, I know. So Ben and I... as we are recording this 1 week ago, Ben and I were both down with the vid.
For first time, it was terrible.
Yeah,
It was
we
terrible.
were both down with the sickness. Yeah, it sucked. Ben, what was your experience like having the vid?
All right. I mean, it was like having mono when I was a teenager. Is the best way I could describe it. Like I was just wanted to sleep and sweat.
Okay.
And like the first 3 days, I kept trying to like catch up on shit on like Netflix and stuff, and you just couldn't pay attention and just went to sleep.
Yeah.
And that COVID brain is real.
Oh, COVID brain is definitely real.
But then the fourth day, I finally saw Stranger Things 4. Then I did a Rambo marathon.
Rambo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Love me some Rambo.
Yeah,
Couldn't find Big Trouble Little China for you, Jerry.
Oh, so what I was saying, I'm not going to say it over the podcast.
That was all the way downstairs. You did. I just wasn't moving too far, man.
Ben did not leave the confines of his bedroom for an entire week. I'm good now. Yeah, I had COVID as well, and
You gave it to me.
I gave it to Ben. Sorry, Ben. That's what happens. Like, Ben and I were just making out, and things happen.
Pool party.
Pool
Figured it was
party,
safe.
you know, it all
outside,
happens. Yeah.
90-some degrees.
3 beers in, 2 shots of tequila, and all Ben thought was, fuck it.
Exactly. Pretty much. You know, it wasn't even the tequila. It was just the joints. I did break out the Fat Daddy joint. The Supernatural.
Dude, I'm still dreaming of those stuffed jalapeno peppers that she had there. Those were so good. So good.
I did not get a chance to have one.
Ooh, you're missing, man.
She
See,
lives
I
there?
grabbed 2, and it was nice. I gave 1 immediately to Jerry.
She lives there? All right, I'm going to knock
Yeah.
on the door and just be like, hi, I was at your party. I gave everybody COVID. Can you make me some of those stuffed jalapenos?
How about it?
It sounds like
Whoa,
a
whoa, whoa,
delicious
whoa.
thing. I didn't get
We
any.
need to stop for a moment and acknowledge the fact that Todd just went jalapenos.
Todd is also quite high.
Like one of those like, weird
Jalapeno.
like skater like stereotypical.
Dude,
skaters,
jalapenos.
I was like, wapa.
But thankfully, they're both feeling much better.
Yes, we are. I am at about 17%.
I'm doing better than that.
Well, my normal is about 30, so.
No.
Hi, Jerry. So, as we are here, tell you what, let's have a little story time. Who's gonna do some story time today?
Does that have to be a true story?
It doesn't have to be a true
would say
story. A
it's a
true
true
story would be better.
I'm trying to think of a good true story. What you got, son? Tell us a true story about your new work endeavors.
True story.
Like, who's the craziest motherfucker you met there?
Oh,
Maybe
no one's
don't
crazy
don't
in
share
Costco.
actual names. We don't need you getting
one's
fired
crazy?
too quickly.
No,
And
no.
you don't
They're all
work-
normal people.
You work in a nondescript store.
Work in
Yeah.
a nondescript store where you can buy in bulk.
Yeah. Retail.
May or may
establishment.
not rhyme with Jams Club.
The
I said Jams Club.
fuck off.
I work at Sam's Club.
No. Jeez.
No, you don't work at Sam's Club. Nobody works at Sam's
So
Club.
who is your goofy coworker? Like you like
Dude,
a lot of
they're-
people.
Who
There's none
would
of
be
them.
clowning?
I don't think there's
Bitches.
any clowns there.
Bitches be clowning.
Did you just say I don't think there's any clowns
No,
there?
there's no clowns there. There's no clowns there.
I disagree. Have you noticed
Some
some
dude
of
walks
the,
down
the
the
women that walk through there with
Aisle,
their makeup?
Straight up dressed like John Wayne Gacy.
Oh, you figured out what
It's
I
really
do on my
scary.
days off. What? You're right there. Oh man. So, all right, I do want to revisit this because prior to us recording, we were having a good conversation about who would play a better superhero character, and we were throwing out alternative. We were throwing out a lot of jokes, but I'm gonna
Some more serious ones.
some more serious
like,
ones.
Like I think Chris Hemsworth would have made a fine Bane.
I
Dark Knight Rises.
he could have. I'm looking at it. If I were to think of anybody,
Dwayne Johnson
Antonio Banderas
as
Bane.
Yeah.
no, dude.
No, because Bane is actually Mexican.
Yeah,
Antonio Banderas is Bane.
I thought it was
Look, I'm sure Antonio Banderas is a tough guy to get into a fight
Machete.
with. But
Danny
Yeah.
Trejo.
I would love to see Danny Trejo as Bane.
I would too. I think that would be fun.
well, why not just go Rey Mysterio Jr.?
Well, because he's only yay big.
Well, so's the dude who plays Venom, who played Bane.
Well,
But you said they put lifts in his boots.
I mean, yeah.
Like, why couldn't they just get a big guy?
How tall
I mean, he already had a
is-
crab mask on his
Bane
face.
is supposed to be like big.
No, that's not what I was saying.
But
How tall is Tom Hardy?
I would have to look that up.
Wait, where's my phone?
Ziggy, how tall is Tom Hardy?
Tom Hardy is 5 feet 9 inches tall.
Oh,
Yes.
he's shorter.
Yeah, it's pretty short.
Yeah, he's about my height.
I can't.
Ziggy, how tall is Christian Bale?
Ziggy, how tall is Christian Bale?
Christian Bale is 6 feet tall. Did that answer your question?
So so they had to put yes.
Thanks for your feedback.
Okay. Yeah, so they had to put lifts in Tom Hardy's shoes in order for him to be bigger than Christian Bale. Because he would have had to at least appear to be at least 6'3".
Speaking of tall guys, when's that new Hulk Hogan movie supposed to come out?
This
I don't
Hulk
know.
Hogan movie?
Yeah, Chris Hemsworth is playing
Yeah.
Hulk Hogan in a biopic.
Dude, it
I
looks
would
awesome.
love that.
I can't wait. I've seen the pictures of Chris Hemsworth as Hulk Hogan. He looks fucking shredded. He got the 24-inch pythons, brother. I said what I said. What you gonna do?
I mean, who wanted to get beat up by some 60-year-old grandpa with like thin Chinese man hair?
Right?
I
Like,
would feel awful.
Oh, if I could
it's
have
all
a,
like fine. And
if
shit.
I could have Hulk Hogan drop a Hogan leg drop on me, I can die happy.
What I still never understood, and I know it's just part of the story, and I know some wrestling's real and all this shit, but like if he drops a leg drop and he hits the guy, you think that would hurt more than if he missed. But if he hits him, he's fine. If he misses,
Right.
he's fucked up.
Yeah, it's
Like,
always
I
a
never
thing.
understood that. Like,
It's always a thing. It's kind of like one of those things, like if they run head first at a turnbuckle, like, and they hit it, but then if somebody else throws them into it, it hurts.
right.
Yeah,
Right.
it's something I've always questioned. As a wrestling
Same
fan, I
with,
could
like
say,
a drop kick. Like either way, you're landing on the ground.
right,
Because
You know-
the whole thing is staged.
don't start.
Well, it's themed.
I'm not saying no.
Can we say it's themed?
It's
well, yeah, no.
it's the idea you have to suspend disbelief.
Well, I know. I literally like watched a thing about it. Like, there's subtle nods. There's nods, gestures, and phrases, and you can literally see them talking to each other.
Yeah.
Oh, I know.
They're like, this is what I'm doing next. This is what
Yeah.
This is what you need to do now.
I know.
Like, so it's staged. It's
It
not.
is.
It's not. It's not.
That's why a lot of times people call it sports entertainment
Yeah, no,
as
even-
opposed to pro wrestling.
Even they say sports.
All right.
Right, they do.
But some
I
people
know.
argue like NASCAR is the toughest sport. You could argue like pro wrestling is a tougher sport than NASCAR.
Oh, it absolutely
It depends
is.
what you mean by tougher.
Like,
Pro wrestling isn't exactly tough, as long as you know. Like,
I
you're
mean,
not-
you gotta be
you're
pretty
gonna
tough to
hurt
lift
each other,
body
but
slam
you're
Hulk Hogan.
not- No, but it's the whole thing about the way it works. You and the guy you're wrestling. This is terrible. I hate both of you for doing this to me.
Look, you said earlier, don't get into an argument with you about Marvel characters. That's fine. You're going to lose this battle about pro wrestling, about what you're saying.
But I'm literally, what am I saying then?
Go ahead. No, go ahead.
You're saying it's like a fine dance.
It is.
Yes.
Like they're still wrestling, but everything they do, they give each other, they give nods, gestures.
But in NASCAR, the
phrases,
track's a
talking.
fucking circle.
No, but
Tell me
here's
that
the
ain't scripted. Like they know it's a left fucking
Right.
turn.
Like manly tough endurance. Like in manly tough endurance, if you're talking that kind of like tough, yeah, I'd agree with you.
Yeah.
But in like intelligence, you have to have the best control over that. Like if you
Well,
if
it's
you
the
get
same
hurt,
as a wrestler.
yeah,
It's-
absolutely. But
I would say
can't
more so as a
explode-
wrestler.
I can't explode if I crash if I crash into another.
Well, they
guy.
could break
I
their necks.
disagree with you. I disagree with you wholeheartedly.
Gasoline?
Not necessarily
Like,
gasoline,
it's what your definition is of tough.
but no. But you're talking about like not like
The split-second
explode.
decision-making.
Explode, not necessarily being maybe the exact word, but I have watched people jump off the top rope, land and snap their neck, and their careers ended. I've
literally seen that too. That
yeah.
seriously, that car pile up is
I understand.
you're like okay.
Okay, all right.
you
Here's the
crash your
difference,
car.
though. People watch racing for the crashes. No one watches wrestling
Right.
for the power.
For the power,
Yeah.
right? For the paralyzing
Yeah.
moves.
No, I'm not saying.
Yeah.
You see, that's why when I say you're not listening to me, and it's okay because you always want to be right about something, and you're sure you're just.
Don't start a fight, Jerry.
No, because you're always. I hate you. We'll talk about this later.
But it's your definition of tough.
Exactly. Because unfortunately, like the critical thinking and split-second decision-making is a lot tougher than telegraphing your own moves so that way the dance can continue until its ultimate conclusion.
But it's not. There's more to it than that.
It doesn't matter.
No, because see, you're looking at it from a
They're
perspective
both
not
tough
of a
in
fan.
different-
Because what you're not saying, what you're not saying, Jerry, is the idea that yes, these guys have to sit there and be able to perform the moves,
Todd is
but
just
while
arguing with me.
simultaneously,
I literally said I agree with this point.
No.
And he's still fucking fighting.
but
over
you're
this.
basically saying that wrestlers don't have the same split second intelligence. That's what you're saying.
All right.
And I'm getting to what you're saying. I'm not.
All right, how about
We're
wrestlers?
having a podcast.
How about wrestlers versus baseball players? Because
Oh,
it's
fucking
been argued
easy
that
fight.
baseball players,
I think
round
they-
bat, round ball.
No,
No,
but here's the thing. That depends.
it does.
It
Baseball
does.
players have to have split second. You have to decide if it's a curveball, if it's going to be L.
They literally sit like their signal to each other.
No, I'm talking about the
Oh,
batter.
hitting the bat. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Now, here's the thing.
Jerry's getting really angry at me, and he's getting more and more angry with me when I'm agreeing with him.
Yeah, because you keep doing the same thing to me.
But no, I was arguing the point.
Fuck off. We're on a new topic.
No, we're still on the topic because Ben said baseball players versus wrestlers.
No, because you brought this in, so now we're going back to that.
Right, we're talking about baseball players.
Are they trying to kill each other? Wrestlers versus baseball players?
Well, they're trying to win.
They're trying to win. They're
They're
trying.
trying to win the title.
They're trying to put on a show.
They're trying to put
Oh,
asses in the
they're
seats. Like, what is the
But
ultimate goal of both?
Baseball
It's-
players are putting on a show too. It's just in a different way.
Yeah, it's just to put asses in the seats
Right.
and sell merchandise.
Exactly.
It's all a show.
Yeah. Believe me, the owners of Major League Baseball team don't make money off the players performing. They make money off of the fans coming to buy and
Not
shit.
understanding what I said.
But it's a
okay.
show. Basketball, football, hockey, baseball, tennis, they're all shows. And it all requires that split-second decision
Oh my
making.
god, he went back to the split-second decision.
Because that was your
I
main
wasn't even sure
point.
That's what he was talking about at the
Alright.
end.
That was your main
Like a
point.
very
No,
couple.
what?
Alright,
I
let-
didn't get to say anymore because you kept fucking arguing with me.
Alright,
We
let's
changed
say
we need to change the topic.
let's say there's a
before I get out
giant
here and beat the shit out
arena
of these
rumble, and you have all of wrestling over here versus all of baseball. Who's
Oh.
winning a fight in the middle?
Wrestling.
people.
Wrestling.
They're built for that. Baseball
Wrestling.
players are not.
Yeah.
Yeah, but there's a lot of baseball players.
Oh. Do they get their bats?
No. Well
Do they
then,
get balls?
no.
Okay, then wrestlers.
Then
all the
wrestlers.
fucking way.
Wrestlers, absolutely.
Like, I'm sorry. I don't care how tough you are as a baseball player. Not as a wrestler. If you get nailed in the head with
By
a
Kevin
95
Nash.
fastball, I'm sorry. You're not that.
Oh
tough.
no, I agree with you 100%.
You're not
100%.
that fucking tough.
I have been hit with well, maybe not a 95. I've been hit with like an 80-mile-an-hour ball. Like that shit hurts.
Then like all of those motherfuckers.
okay,
Like, all
well-
the fucking fast pitches in the front lines. and just
Right.
nailing
All right. Well,
people.
to that point, how about all of wrestling versus all of hockey?
See, so that's different. That's a challenge.
Because there's a lot of hockey players.
See, but
They're scrappy little fuckers.
There are a lot of professional wrestlers that have been in have done mixed martial arts. A lot of them train in like jujitsu and
But
Muay
having,
Thai.
like 8 Ukrainians coming at you,
There's no question. Like, I think that would be one of the more interesting ones.
Yeah.
I can't say
Basketball.
it's definitive.
I gotta go wrestlers.
I gotta go wrestlers. The only thing that basketball players are going to have
Basketball.
is going to be the height, and a lot of professional wrestlers are around the same height, give or take a couple inches.
Except a lot thicker.
Except a lot thicker.
Yeah.
Like, I would put a lot of wrestlers up against LeBron James.
All right,
A lot of different people up against
how about
LeBron James any day of the week.
football versus all of wrestling.
Again, tough. Because
Right, but
these
I'd have
that's
to go
tough, 'cause
football.
they're both built for basically.
they're
the
all
same thing.
built to take hits. And that
Now-
there's a
now,
lot of
if I
football
imagine there
players
was
in
like a-
professional wrestling too.
I imagine if there's like a 300 thing where you got to funnel them through like a small arena, and the wrestlers are inside that little tunnel, and like the football players could just wave in.
Oh, the wrestlers wouldn't have a chance. No, here's my reasoning. Like,
But what if they formed a phalanx?
Instead of fouling.
you still have more tackling football players ramming through.
But if they have a phalanx, they'll just slide off from all the body oil.
Oh, jeez. See, but it also depends on which wrestlers you're looking at. Like, if you're looking
That
at...
could be a very funny phalanx.
Yeah. Like, if you're looking at... Now, I know you guys aren't big into wrestling, so you don't know who I'm talking about. If you're looking at somebody, like, let's say
Big John Studd.
a Big John Studd maybe, or Hulk Hogan in his prime.
King Kong Bundy.
But and I get it if you're looking at somebody like a Shawn Michaels who is on the smaller side. But if you go and you put like somebody like a Shawn Michaels up against somebody like a Brock Lesnar, Brock Lesnar any day of the week is going to rip him apart. You put Brock Lesnar in there with a quarterback or a kicker.
With Sam Bradford.
Right. Put him in there. Put Brock Lesnar in there with Sam Bradford. Put Brock Lesnar in there with David Akers. Who's coming out alive? And then as Brock Lesnar stands there, he gets more and more wrestlers helping him because he's killing off the kickers and the quarterbacks. And
Tom Brady gets to fight China.
Yes. Oh. I'll call her.
What's wrong?
Yeah, so
I was getting a
you're
FaceTime call.
with?
All right, we will talk about that not on the pod.
Okay.
Not on the pod. I will have a conversation, but not on the pod.
I'd like to thank Jerry for bringing all these fine
Jerry.
tacos.
Jerry brought us some delicious tacos from Taco Bell, and I did thank you before you want to kill me.
You're the one who said thank you.
I said
What's the
thank you.
girl's name that we're all asking for to get free burritos?
Lena.
Lena.
Oh, we totally are.
Just go to Taco Bell, say Lena sent me. You get 2
Yep.
burritos.
Yep, I called the other night. Lena sent me. She said I get 2 free beefy double cheese burritos.
I haven't had the
Cheesy
beefy double
du-
cheese burrito.
Cheesy double
Beefy
beef.
5 level.
5
I
level.
haven't had that one yet.
That one.
What did you just say?
The what was it? The 5-layer burrito. It's the beefy 5-layer burrito.
Yeah.
Yeah. What did I say before?
I don't know.
I think I said beefy double cheese burrito.
Yeah, that sounds
Oh
awesome.
man, that does not sound good. Oh man. So, we definitely let's get back to the topic we were on. If you could figure out an alternative actor to play a specific
Like I know
Character.
Chris Hemsworth.
Shatner, Spider-Man.
William
Shatner. Well, so I was thinking about what if you did.
Kevin Spacey as Scarecrow.
I like the idea of
I
Kevin
love that
Spacey as
idea.
Scarecrow.
He killed it as Ultron.
Kind of like Gary Busey for Joker.
Gary Busey for no. See, I kind of like Gary Busey for Riddler.
Maybe like Dave.
I think that one would be fun.
That would be hilarious.
Dave Chappelle as Joker.
No.
No. Maybe. Yeah, I can see it. Oh, dude.
Sylvester Stallone.
He's going to be at, what were the names we were just talking about?
I don't know.
Oh, God.
Cheesy 5-layer burrito.
Lena.
No. the people.
We just
The
said
people.
names.
We just said names.
I don't know. Kevin Spacey.
No, it was after Kevin Spacey.
Who did you say?
Chappelle.
Dave Chappelle.
No, after that.
That was the last one we talked
No,
about.
before that.
Remember.
Gary Busey.
Gary Busey.
After Gary Busey.
No,
After
before
Gary
Gary
Busey.
Busey. Oh man,
You
this
said
is.
Riddler for Gary Busey.
I did.
It's gone.
It's gone.
This has become this
Wah,
whole podcast.
wah.
Hey.
Yeah. So if let's see, Wolverine.
Danny DeVito.
Danny DeVito. Okay, I can.
Wolverine. Danny DeVito. Well, I tell you what, I loved Hugh Jackman as it until I seen him. That he did some musical, and I just.
What's wrong with you?
Ben does
You
not
can't
like
do
musicals.
No.
You
No,
got to
no
go
musicals.
to do the singing.
No.
I think Carl Urban would play an amazing Logan.
Who was the guy who played Sabretooth in the Wolverine origin?
Liev Schreiber.
He would do okay. He killed it as Sabretooth.
He is a spokesperson for our competitor.
Okay.
That's sad.
Well, I'm gonna buy some of his merchandise.
But, I'm in the season of CSI when he's working there.
Okay. Yeah, he did Ray Donovan too. on Showtime, I think, or Stars.
Dude, fucking
What?
the guy who plays Michael Weston in Burn Notice, Jay Donovan,
Yeah.
would make an amazing Daredevil.
He would make a very good Matt Murdock. Actually, he would be great as... I think he'd be a great antagonist to Daredevil.
Bullseye?
No, maybe...
Well,
Actually,
like, he's
he'd
got-
be really good as the Riddler. He would be really good as Riddler.
I think he would be. I'm still. I gotta hold on to Daredevil, but I agree with you.
Yeah. He would be really good.
Because he's already basically used to playing a lot of those. Well, he used to. He's stopped doing that for now.
Right.
He would have been great.
All right. Here's my next one. If you had to come up with a third Professor X. So not James McAvoy, not Captain Kirk. I'm sorry, not Captain Kirk. Fuck, hit me. I'm sorry, I deserve it. Jean-Luc Picard.
Jean-Luc Picard.
That was Patrick Stewart.
Third,
That was Jean-Luc Picard.
and I guess we're going somewhere in the middle, like age-wise.
Yeah. So figure like
The guy who
40s.
Neil Patrick Harris.
Neil Patrick Harris as Professor X?
James
Danny DeVito.
Danny DeVito.
as little Mr. Professor X.
No, what is it? He's one of the Doctor Who's, but
Benedict Cumberbatch.
he was not a Doctor Who.
I don't know.
I can't remember his name or which Doctor he was, but he was a really popular one.
Who's the guy who... who's the guy who plays Lucifer on Lucifer? You know who I'm talking about.
I've seen Lucifer. I've seen it. I just don't know the name.
I gotta look it up. IMDb. No, not Cinemark. Anyway, somebody keep talking.
So, I realized the other day that Boogie Nights,
Tom Ellis.
Mark Wahlberg, when he's actually singing in the studio, is singing the 1986 Transformers theme song. You've got the touch. You got the power. Oh, yeah. You got
Okay.
the touch.
I love that song so much.
I was just like, no shit, man. That's a Transformers theme song. Back when they had Rodimus Prime. That, I love that movie when it came out because it was huge. It was like the first time that a cartoon really went to the big screen. And I remember like the first 10 minutes they like killed Brawn. You know, they're killing Optimus Prime. Like they're bringing in Galvatron not too far in. Like what the? They could kill off all the people I know from the show. But there were some big names even in that movie.
Mm-hmm.
The guy who played Spock.
Yeah.
Leonard Nimoy.
Leonard Nimoy would make a fantastic Professor X.
He would.
Yeah.
He would. Well, he's
I've just
long
thought
since
about it.
deceased, but yes, he
Well,
would.
he could play the dead Professor X.
Wait. Oh, we had to pick living ones? I didn't.
No,
know
I just said I said I agree. He would just if only he wasn't gone.
Oh, so I shouldn't mention Gilbert Gottfried.
Gilbert Gottfried
As
Professor
as
X.
Professor X.
Gilbert Gottfried could be a fun Joker.
Oh no,
Or
that's all.
Penguin.
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 Oh my God!
Make him a bad guy. A villain.
What could Tim Allen play?
Tim Allen.
As Matt Damon.
Matt Damon. Now, you know who I'm really interested because I can't see him as a villain, I'm wondering who Tom Hanks could play, if anybody. I don't know if Tom Hanks could play a villain.
It had to be a villain specifically too.
I mean, that just seemed to be where we were going. I mean, we did mention heroes, but like I just mentioned, like I would like to see him. I want to know what type of villain would he be? Who would he be? Like he played a weird guy in the movie Lady Killers, and like he was definitely a thief.
He could be Scarface.
Mr. Freeze.
Mr. Freeze
Mr.
could be
Freeze.
interesting,
Mr.
actually.
Freeze.
That could be really interesting.
I'm still gonna go with Scarface.
I don't know if he could play Scar. I mean, he could play anything. Tom Hanks can play anything. Tom Hanks and Meryl Streep together can play any role in the world.
You are thinking of the wrong Scarface.
All right, who could actually play a good Two-Face?
Me.
Because I mean,
We had Tommy Lee Jones, and we had what was his
Tim
name?
Allen.
What?
Tim Allen.
Two-Face.
No.
You
Yeah.
might as well say Seinfeld.
Jerry.
He would be a great Riddler.
Seinfeld.
Jerry Seinfeld is the Riddler.
You know who would
Hey,
play?
everybody.
You know who would play a great Riddler? Dave Franco,
Yeah.
James Franco's brother. I think he could play a great Riddler. Actually, he could probably play a half decent Nightwing. He'd probably be pretty good at Nightwing, actually.
Maybe. I know who could. Wait, no. he hasn't
All
been.
I know is I wish they came out with a fourth one, and it'd be the only time I was excited to see a Robin. If they did a fourth to the Dark Knight Rises.
Yeah,
Because they were setting it up perfect for Robin.
they were, but then they ended up making the show Titans.
Yeah.
If you haven't watched it, watch it. No, it is excellent. I will say, you have Robin, you have Nightwing, you have younger Robin and Jason Todd.
This was such a bad show.
I'm about to mute you. It's not a bad
Is
show.
it animated or real?
No,
It's live action.
it's awesome. It is so good.
It's so bad.
And they say fuck a lot.
That's fine, but it's bad.
You're bad.
I am bad, but not as bad as Titans.
I want to see. I'm looking at my movies, thinking about actors. I want to see Ryan Reynolds play a villain because he would play such a fun villain.
Like a Lex Luthor?
No, he couldn't play Lex Luthor. Lex Luthor is too serious. I don't know.
Like a
Offhand,
Doc Ock?
no. Somebody with like more personality. Need somebody like really eccentric. If anybody has any ideas, hit us with ideas about who you think like an actor that you think would be a good alternative to some superhero characters. You know, we are interested. Give us your opinions. In the meantime, still looking. Could Seth Rogen play us a villain?
Seth Rogen.
No.
No, I'm not interested in a Seth Rogen.
No.
What
Eh.
about Seth Rogen for a villain? What kind of villain? Like
Any-
diabolical?
Or
Any-
yeah, any villain. I also I can't see him as a superhero.
Plastic Man.
How about John C. Riley?
John C. Riley could play a villain. He could play Doc Ock.
Or Scarecrow?
I don't know, maybe. Sean William Scott.
Sean Connery?
Sean Connery would be a fun villain. Like I could definitely see him. What's really strange, he was James Bond, but I could see him as a Bond villain today. Like if he were alive, I would love to see him as a Bond villain in a Daniel Craig James Bond movie. I would pay any amount of money to see that. With Pierce Brosnan in there too. I think that would be awesome.
That would be really good. Let's see. Now you got me turning around looking at the movies here.
Now,
See, we're only really thinking about the men. I am curious. Females that would play good alternatives.
I believe, and I don't know if this would be controversial to you guys, but I believe Uma Thurman would make a great Emma Frost.
I don't know.
I told you, it's controversial.
Hey,
Yeah, I'm
I
not
think
100%
Anne Hathaway is
sure.
the best Catwoman ever so far.
I can agree.
Yes.
I'm not 100% sure I agree with it. Like, Emma Frost, I think I would like to see...
Amy Schumer is Emma Frost.
Amy Schumer would be fun in a character. I just have to... I don't think Emma Frost is the right one.
Like the Penguinette.
I don't know.
You can't think of any reasons why not, so I'm just...
No, I mean, Uma Thurman, the only reason that I could say why not is, and it sounds terrible, because of the age.
I wasn't even taking the age into
Alright.
And I did have an idea,
Alright.
but it disappeared from my head, and I can't bring it back.
No to Uma Thurman because she had her chances, Poison Ivy, and that was a terrible movie.
I think, had it been written better, I think she could have played an excellent
Yeah, it wasn't
Poison
her
Ivy.
fault. Believe me, that movie was not her fault.
Silver, like mostly like I don't think it's Silver Age. There's a certain era where he was like sort of suave, snarky for Batman, and it was like they were playing it up more into to like a comic book.
Okay.
Instead of playing like a Joker, like being like the Dark Knight, where it's all serious based on. It's supposed to make you believe that this could be a real city.
Right.
Like they were playing it off like this is a live action portrayal of what an actual comic book was written like. I know I could have said that like a couple minutes ago, but I couldn't.
Chloe Grace Moretz as Emma Frost.
I don't dislike that idea, but I believe Uma Thurman would carry it just a little bit better.
All right, here's one. Miley Cyrus is Poison Ivy.
Yeah, I can see that.
I can't
I can see
not
like,
see it.
You know, I can see her doing pretty well with that.
Yeah, it's one of those like I can't say that I can't see it. I don't know if she'd be the best, but
Well, what if it was like her or Katy Perry?
not Katy Perry. Not Katy Perry.
Adele.
No, Adele's too sweet.
But as a Poison Ivy part, maybe she's a good actor.
Honestly, I think Scarlett Johansson would play an amazing Poison Ivy.
Yeah. All right, and I love me some ScarJo. All right, yeah, I can't take nothing from ScarJo, but she really gets a big role with Avengers.
Oh, there's no question.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm just saying.
Don't get me
I
wrong.
think,
I love me some ScarJo.
Ooh, Jessica Biel.
but- Well, if her middle name was Batmo, then she can play it.
Well, yeah.
Get it?
No.
Jessica Batmo Beal.
I'm turning off your microphone. That was a bad dad joke. No, you're in the corner. Go sit in the corner for 2 minutes.
Jessica Batmobile.
Jessica Biel would play an amazing Poison Ivy. I think 'cause she's gorgeous.
How do you think Lady Gaga is going to do as Harley Quinn?
No. That upsets me.
That's a thing.
Margot Robbie.
Oh, you didn't hear.
Margot Robbie plays Harley Quinn, and nobody else should.
Yeah,
in my
she
opinion.
was perfect.
Yeah, nobody else should.
And Joker 2, they're apparently looking at Lady Gaga as Harley Quinn.
Now, here's the thing: if it's a Harley Quinn like starting out, or if it's a Harley Quinn aged a couple years after being with Joker, that I can see. If she's like a little bit older Harley Quinn.
Wasn't the Joker 2 planning to be a musical?
Oh, shut your mouth.
That was great.
It's like, that's not even a joke. I legitimately read that somewhere.
That was the best response you could have had. Shut your mouth.
Fucking Joker 2, the musical. Jesus, do I not have enough problems in my life sometimes?
No, but think about it.
Man.
Instead of singing,
Make Joker
it's just
2
like,
the musical.
instead of singing, it's like parts of serious scenes, and then like it transports them to a quasi-musical realm where it's not vocals; it's just like really
Dude,
trippy.
has Disney not ruined enough shit in my life?
Damn. Hard truths as told by Ben.
Sorry, Walt.
He was an anti-Semite. It's okay.
Do you think they still got his head all cold in there?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely.
How do we know? Don't we need proof? Shouldn't they have to show that shit like once a year?
Don't,
Yeah, we still got
To be
him.
fair, that would make people probably happier.
Yeah. Because how do we know?
Oh no, because that's
Like all the
Disney
stupid
could make so much money by doing that. They could sell tickets.
Yeah.
They would make a fortune one time a year. They brought him out like
Walt
Christmas
Disney's
time.
head.
Did it at Christmas time. You could make a fucking fortune.
They throw it down the stairs.
Everybody play soccer with it.
All right, put her back.
All right. Hey, kick him back up
He
here.
wanted to play with the kids. He let him play with the kids.
That's not what he meant. He was a predator. No. What?
Now, are there other people at Disney whose heads they have?
Oh, absolutely. There's gotta be.
How many heads do you think?
Well, who else would they have?
Like how many heads? I mean,
George Lucas's head is going to be on the Lucas
I
Ranch
get
for
it.
years.
Like, if
They're
you're
gonna
going to freeze
it.
someone's head, that's a big chunk of money. But if you're going to freeze two people's heads, maybe it's a little cheaper the second one. You know, like how many heads is it to be?
Buy one get one half
cost-effective?
price.
Disney buy Lucasfilms?
Huh?
Didn't Disney buy Lucasfilms?
Right. So they're going to end up freezing George Lucas's head
It's
when he.
not going to be on the ranch. It's going to be right next to the
Oh, it's true.
So Walt can
Poor-
always keep
poor
an eye
George.
on George Lucas.
Poor George.
What was that joke?
That when George Lucas passes, they're going to freeze his head. I said they were going to freeze him on Lucas Ranch. Jerry said no. Disney owns Star Wars. So they're going to bury him right next to Walt Disney.
Freeze his head right next to Walt's.
Oy.
Oh man, The Rock's head is going to get frozen when the time comes down the line.
Oh yeah.
Well, the Rock's just going to become cybernetic.
No, they're just gonna freeze like a couple, like they're like towards the end of his life, they're gonna lock him in a cage and then just like extract semen. For
He is going to be cloned.
He will be
Like
the Mandalorians.
Is anyone excited about the movie he's doing with Kevin Hart, the Super Pets?
that looks funny.
Look, I like it.
I'll probably end up taking my nephew
Like,
and to
dude,
see it
Yeah, like, I
because
take Zach to go see it.
The Super Pets. Like, I'm wondering when is he gonna have his like Conan the Barbarian Terminator role? Like,
who?
when's
Kevin
his
Hart?
Rocky? Not Kevin Hart.
I
But
was gonna say
Black Adam,
he's Black Adam.
which
He-
kind of seems kind of messed up, but if you knew the character, it'd be okay.
He's an anti-hero.
Yeah, well, in this he's an anti-hero.
In this he's an anti-hero. He's actually a dick.
Yep.
Black
guys-
Adam.
You guys don't know comic books.
Not to a large extent, but
do you say I can't understand pictures and words?
No, pictures and words for a little bit. Because I was about to ask you guys a question, but I don't believe you'd get it.
go ahead. Let me say. Otherwise, we're FaceTiming my brother.
What? Who's your favorite Dark? Who's your favorite Dark Knight from the Dark Multiverse?
Like Nightwing?
Nope.
I don't know.
You have no idea.
Moon Knight.
I like Moon Knight.
No, phone a friend.
Moon Knight's great.
It's by beating off to
He might be asleep. He was in
Nightcrawler
bed.
porn.
How would he be in bed in 10?
He was up early.
What?
You're on the pot of awesomeness here.
I'm going to sleep.
No, we're
Stop.
having a conversation. We're having a comic book conversation. Turn on the light.
No.
Just turn on the light.
Stop beating off the Nightcrawler porn.
Jesus.
It's not even 11 o'clock. It's a Saturday night. You got nothing to do. Turn on your light and have a conversation.
No.
You are on the Get That Out of Your Mouth podcast. Thank you, caller. We are having a comic book conversation. So, Jerry, what was your question?
Who's your favorite Dark Knight from the Dark Knight multiverse?
The Dark Multiverse.
I said Moon Knight.
I'm not familiar with them, so.
He's not familiar.
Batman, dude.
It's Batman. I'm Batman.
I'm not that familiar with them right now.
Okay, have a good night.
Wait, okay. So, who would you put as a what? No, I'm asking the other question.
You really taking him to Super Pets?
So, if you had to come up with a good alternative actor or actress for a hero or villain, you know, we threw out a couple. Like I said, Carl Urban would be a good Logan. We said Leonard Nimoy would make a good Professor Xavier. There was a few others. We said Christopher Walken would be an excellent Bane. Who would make... Here's a question. Who would make a good Nick Fury?
Robert De Niro.
Robert De Niro.
No.
Yeah.
Bill Murray.
Bill Murray.
No, I mean when he loses his serum and he gets older, I can see that.
That would be fun.
Mm-hmm.
Vin Diesel.
Bruce Willis.
Liam Neeson.
Bruce Willis would have
Bruce
played
Willis
an
would do
excellent...
well.
Liam Neeson would make a very good Nick Fury.
Liam Neeson.
Well,
I could see him as a really good Magneto.
Nick Fury don't have a wife or daughter to be taken. So where the fuck's that going?
See, there you go. And
Motherfucker's
Magneto's
always
family was
chasing-
taken.
Yeah, he's always chasing. Someone's always taking his daughter. Taking 9. Just keep the bitch.
Jesus.
Take it. No.
Fucking tired. Just keep her.
Take it.
You
Take
must
it.
you
No.
must
All
really
right.
want her.
Goodbye, Steven.
Her life insurance policy kicks in.
All right. Anyway,
You gotta get that boy out more, man.
I know.
Yeah.
He was out earlier today.
Saturday. I mean, Jerry's still out.
Yeah, Jerry.
Yes.
What's up?
Right.
Jerry's not ready to kill me. Oh, who could Mila Kunis play?
Give me a coolest play.
What's the name of that girl from Dark Knight Rises? That really totally sucked my dick.
Oh.
Talia Al Ghul.
Yeah.
She could play Talia Al Ghul. Or who was her sister? There was 2 Al Ghul daughters. There was Talia, and there was
Brianna.
Ziggy. Who were Ra's al Ghul's daughters?
Here's something I found on the web. According to Times.com, the goal is to obtain a degree in chemical engineering and become a cosmetic engineer.
Hot sauce just went up my nose.
I can't.
Ow.
The answer is to get a degree in
Ow.
engineering. Oh my god, I can't.
That hurts.
God, that hurts. Oh man. Jerry.
How about 5 minutes of Jerry story time?
I'm gonna create a song just for you for Jerry story time. Just so you know. It's going to be dubbed into this section.
Is this when
And
Jerry
go.
freestyles?
Yes.
Look.
It is story time with Jerry. You laugh. There will be a 3-second section.
There better not be. I'd be pretty cross.
Oh, come on. It'll be funny.
Okay. I didn't know I was doing Jerry story time where I would have had a story prepared.
Well, you didn't know that you were doing story time when you told the Shanghai colon cleanse.
Fuck you.
I win. Yay.
Let me think. What kind of story do you guys want?
Tell us a story about Dave.
Uh-oh.
Story about Dave.
Dave's not here, so we get a story about Dave.
Hey, Dave's not here. He deserves to be talked about.
I find the story.
It's not a great story
Okay.
because I didn't really know him back then.
Okay.
As technically, I have all of you. I met Dave through my sister because she used to work in a card shop.
So, go ahead.
What?
No, I did not meet Dave through your sister. I met your sister through Dave. I'm just saying. I just wanted to make sure.
That's what I meant. No, I was talking about how I met you.
Oh, how
guys.
you met?
Technically, I met you guys through my sister.
In a way, because like she got you the job, yeah. But yeah, no, you're right.
Where you going with it? You're talking about Dave.
Yeah, that's the story. I used to go to the same card shop that he used to go to. Not very often, but I did. At one point, I would watch him to bed. Can you help me? He's so sad.
Yeah.
I got him. We're good. Go ahead.
Oh, that's
Ow!
I was walking by him one day. And I was saying hi to like the group that like I wasn't really friends, but I wasn't really not friends. It was kind of like weird close acquaintance type thing. And as I'm walking by Dave, I swear to God, he busted ass. Like it just hit.
Like, was it loud or just
No,
like
it wasn't that it was loud. It was the fact that like I was standing next to him
SBD?
and I felt the wind.
Oh,
And
you
I
felt the
started
wind.
smelling it. I don't think he ever noticed.
Have you ever talked to him
No,
about
I have never talked to him about it.
Dave, if you're
But, like,
listening,
I was so pissed off, like within like for like a couple minutes when I met him. I think it was the day that I met
it?
him.
Like, this dude just stands up on me,
Just fucking
farts, and
rips
leaves.
ass.
this dude just busts ass in front of me, doesn't even know
It
me.
wasn't the first time because my sister had taken me to go meet him because she was bored. I don't know.
You need to come meet Dave. I'm bored.
Yeah. It was literally like, Jerry, like, I'm going to pick you up from work, but before I take you home, I'm going to go hang out with Dave. Like, can I just go home? Well, no, because, you know, I don't want to drop you off and then take you back, then have to go all the way back out here. I'm like, okay, whatever. This is a bad story.
It's all good.
Dave.
Dave's a cool guy.
All right. Who else has a Dave story? I might. I don't think I have a good Dave story. Dave, you don't come out enough. That's the problem.
Yeah, gotta
So,
make more memories with Dave.
See, you're not here, which means that we talk about you, Dave. If you're listening and you know Dave and you have a really good Dave story, let us know.
Yeah, let's know.
I'm very curious.
Can't be the only person who's ever crop dusted.
I'm sure he's crop
I can't
dusted me. I just don't
crop
remember.
dusted me. Like, I met him at work because when I moved to New Jersey, they fired the one guy and then sent Dave to work with me.
Who was that guy?
Oldest.
Oh, that was Oldest?
The
Who was
Swedish-
the guy that worked with Oldest?
Scott.
Gold.
No. Scott.
Nice guy. Talked a lot.
Idiot.
Really nice guy.
Fair enough.
But yeah, they
He's
just
the
cleaned
other
house.
guy that was trained by Ed.
Okay.
That always called Ed Bubba.
Alright, so let's get on a different topic.
Topic change.
Not topic, but does anybody have anything new?
What's up?
Has anybody done anything new lately besides have COVID?
Yeah, I hit the deathbed. What's that? Been off the smokes now.
Yeah, I was gonna say Ben quit smoking.
Like 11 days, man. Yeah. Small victories, right?
Oh yeah.
11 days. Yeah.
We had Taco Bell.
And Taco Bell, that was good.
Much better than White Castle.
Oh yeah, it
Dude,
was.
I told you guys, White Castle sucks. Like,
But
the microwavable burgers are
We
better
did
than
it for
shit.
the experience.
You know, I'm gonna bring over the microwavable burgers at one point, and we're gonna have to do it.
Yeah, I'm telling you, they're
I
better.
have cocktail Franks in the
And,
freezer.
and,
right
and if
now.
you want to do a trip,
What the fuck?
What?
Why'd that come up?
Oh, because I kind of want cocktail Franks.
You haven't even finished your Taco Bell.
I know. I told you could have one of
Here's some
mine.
ideas of places we can journey to next: Bojangles Chicken,
Okay.
Jerry's Chicken, Carl's Jr. and Hardee's. Any one of those is better than
So my brother,
Yakko's hot dogs.
was at this Power Rangers convention today, and it was out in Oaks. And after they left, after about an hour and a half, 2 hours,
Oh, the cheeseburger.
they went to Cheeseburger.
There used to be one in Sicklerville.
There used to be one in Cherry Hill too,
and I did
where
the
Five Guys is now. There used to be a cheeseburger.
I don't know. What?
The fi-
What?
No, it wasn't the Five Guys. It was closer more towards the Texas Roadhouse.
I'm talking about the one in Cherry Hill.
Oh.
Yeah.
Ooh.
But yeah, so yeah, cheeseburger. It's based on the old Saturday Night Live bit with John Belushi where they said cheeseburger, no Coke, Pepsi.
Is it good though?
Oh, their food is excellent.
Nice.
They also have a challenge. You have to eat a 1 pound burger in a half hour or something like that. Get on their wall of fame.
That was so stupid. I did 2 of those.
Did you?
That's where I first learned about peanut butter and jelly on a burger.
There's a place in Cherry Hill that we have to go to. It's called. What's it called?
I don't know.
Oh my god.
I don't know what you're talking about.
They have the Triple XL challenge.
Is it a burger place?
No, yeah,
Funburgers?
no.
I don't know.
Fat Burger.
Fat Burger. Okay, I know what you're talking about. That's over in that's in the mall.
Yeah.
Not Bobby Flay. But yeah, Bobby Flay, Bobby's Burger Palace used to be there.
Yeah. They have.
If you haven't had their burgers, by the way, their burgers are amazing. The last one I saw was up in Lawnside. Not Lawnside. What's the one further north?
There.
What?
Fat Burger.
No, I'm talking about Bobby's Burger
Oh
Palace.
yeah. This place.
We've gotten so off random topics.
Alright, well, what's the challenge?
The Triple XL challenge. 3 pounds.
A number of years ago, I could have done that.
You've done it?
I've done it.
See,
I mean, there was a place called Smoky Bones up my old way that had like one of these burgers that was like this big.
mhm.
And if you ate the whole thing on Father's Day, it was free. Otherwise, it was like $18.
Hmm.
I ate that motherfucker.
I went. So I don't know if you've ever been to Gitano's.
No, I'm told
Gitano's has really good cheesesteaks, but they used to. It was never a challenge, but they make this. Their monster-sized cheesesteak is a 17-inch roll with 2+ pounds of meat and cheese, like 2 pounds of meat plus the cheese and onions and whatever. And it's really good, but it's like that. It's insane. My friends and I used to do our own little challenge, like who could eat the most. I may or may not have always won.
Every time we went to Fat Burger, when we were in Atlantic City, we went to Fat Burger. Well, we went to the food court in case anybody else didn't want to go. But there's a fat burger in the food court.
I like Fat Burger.
And every time we took the triple XL challenge,
Hmm.
and every time I won. But only because like I could do it within the time limit.
Right.
They finished it, but not within the time limit.
Now, if you finish it within the time limit, did you get it for free?
You get a certificate, and I think at one point the
Was it
bigger
free,
one
though?
was free. No,
Oh.
because it's like a gimmick.
Alright. Yeah, they got to make some money, man.
Yeah, the cheeseburger isn't free either.
No, you get like a T-shirt and a picture of yourself on the wall.
Yep.
Yeah.
Which means we just have to go and do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
We
So
weren't even talking about that.
we're gonna wrap this up.
I just gotta go to sleep.
What did you say?
We got a working man.
Yeah, I gotta be up at 4 a.m. Take a shit.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, that's gonna be our go home cue.
Yeah.
So until next time, I want to remind everybody. Jerry, stop it! Get that out of your mouth. Yes, Stacy, get that out of your mouth. What?
I had accidentally dumped some cinnamon on my head.
Oh.
When I was eating the fucking cinnamon things.
Well, that's fun.
Yeah.
Jerry,
God,
Jerry,
leave me alone.
Jerry,
No,
Jerry. Just get that out of your mouth.
I don't like this.